Hi again, everyone, and welcome back. The Racers with a victory, 83-61 over Eastern Illinois. We're joined by Racers head coach Matt McMahon. Coach, this was one where you really, I thought, made a great statement defensively in the first half. You took away a couple of big weapons, especially Josiah Wallace. That led to a terrific offense. You put up 48 points, and that's on a night when Devin Brown couldn't buy a three, and you still had a terrific first half, and that led to a great win.
I thought our effort defensively was tremendous. They got us on some back doors there as the game wore on, but a big thing for us going in, they're excellent in their motion offense, screening, passing, cutting. We didn't want to let them get comfortable, and I thought we were able to do a good job pressuring, force them into some quicker shots than they normally would take. Wallace came in averaging 20 a game in league play and goes 2 for 13 for 5 points. So I thought our defense set the tone. Obviously, Ja's three-point shooting in the first half I thought was really key. And then as we transitioned in the second half, I got onto Shaq there early in the half. I thought he made a couple questionable plays, and he responded really well. Came out, hit 3 straight threes, had a great drive. Was really proud of his performance tonight.
KJ Williams tonight, he's a freshman, but he played like a senior for most of the night. 14 points, a career-high 16 rebounds. He also blocked 3 shots and had a steal for you.
Well, he was really good defensively, protecting the basket and cleaning the defensive boards. Had 12 of them. Almost had a double-double there at the half. Doing a good job in our ball screen offense of getting to the right spots, and Ja does a really nice job of finding them. But couldn't be more proud of him. He's worked extremely hard, and he just keeps getting better every time out.
Coach, I heard you talk over and over to the team about making Eastern Illinois uncomfortable and running their motion offense. And I thought tonight that more than I can remember all year is the hands were so active. There seemed to be so many deflections, especially in the first half.
Yeah, I thought we were all over the place, and it really sped them up at times. I think they usually like to use a little more clock and move the ball side to side. I thought we were able to take that away, and then we forced them into some tough twos off the dribble. And when you force those type of tough shots, you have a guy like KJ cleaning the glass, and you can outlet to a guy like Morant. If you just run the floor, you should get something at the other end of the floor.
Well, I thought the transition offense, he was so under control, made the right decisions, and once again, awed us with a breathtaking dunk. But what a player and what a leader that Ja Morant is of this team.
Well, I'm really excited about that. I talked a lot about that, rightfully so. Ja's gotten a lot of media attention, so a lot of interview requests and such. And I'm really proud of the growth he's shown as a leader. It's his team. Him and Shaq have really taken ownership in that, making sure the team's always ready to go, whether it's practice, just moving on and preparing for the next game. I think he's really taken some huge strides there this season, and his performance was great. 20 points in the first half, 6 assists. Second half, we wanted to use some clock, make it more of a half-court game with the lead in the 20s. Knowing that we play again here in 48 hours.
Go back to Shaq Buchanan, and you said you were unhappy with a couple of things that he did. And to me, what shows the kind of player that Shaq is, you talk to him about it and the way that he responded. Sometimes a senior would think, well, I know more than the coach. I'm not going to listen to him. But he's completely the opposite, 180 of that, took it to heart, and had a tremendous second half.
And I'm not saying I'm right, Neil. I just thought he forced a couple plays there in transition. But I want him to play with great freedom, and you see his consistent shooting here in league play so far. He's right around 50% from behind the arc after a slow start this season. So he deserves a lot of credit because he's put in the work. And it was just a matter of time before the shot started to fall. But again, another great performance from him, both ends of the floor. No turnovers, 8 rebounds, just did a little bit of everything to help us win tonight.
Breon Sanchez with 6 points for you tonight, and also led the team with 3 steals, including one that he got to finish himself.
I thought that was a big play there in the first half. It was kind of going back and forth. He got out in a passing lane, took it the other way, and finished with authority. I thought he did a good job in the first half, especially on Kukobot, who can really shoot it from 3. Guy was shooting 62% from 3 in league play coming in, and goes 0 for 2 tonight. So I thought another solid game for Breon.
Coach, I know you've been keeping an eye on the turnovers. In the first half, you get 40 shots up, only 4 turnovers. Just a phenomenal job handling the basketball.
Yeah, our decision making's been much improved. I thought you saw us there in the second half try and force a couple things that hurt us, especially from an offensive efficiency standpoint. But we've made a lot of progress there. So I guess, in the last 2.5 games had 19 turnovers in whatever that is, 100 minutes. So a lot of improvement there. Assisted on half of our baskets tonight. So again, sharing the ball. I thought Ja really made things happen. I know Tevin didn't shoot as well as we're used to, but 4 assists, only 1 turnover, and had 2 great blocks at the defensive end.
The other thing that amazes me about this team is you and your staff put together fabulous scouting reports, and the attention to detail in that from the coaches to the players and the players to the court. You see it every game coming in. You knew Josiah Wallace was getting 20 a game in conference play, and you shut him out the first half. He finishes with 5. But those nuggets of information, if they aren't received by the team, they aren't worth anything. But you see it carried out.
No, you're exactly right, Kenny. It's a 2-part process. Number one, we're really fortunate to have great assistant coaches. Coach Nichols, Coach Long, and Coach Kane have done a tremendous job building the roster, building the culture in the locker room. And then the next piece of that to me is the game and practice preparation, and they've been terrific. And then again, if the players don't pay attention, if they're not locked in to every little detail, really those guys have wasted a lot of hours.
Yeah.
But credit to our players. I said it some this week. Our guys get a lot of credit for the athleticism, the effort, unselfishness, and all that. We have a smart team.
Yeah.
They're very smart. They pick up quickly. You can adjust on the fly, and they handle it exceptionally well.
You got the quick turnaround, the Thursday, Saturday. That's part of the OVC. You'll try to go 4-0 on the road at SIU Edwardsville. We've seen some really tough games there when that's a Saturday game. They're giving Austin Peay all they want here at halftime, trailing just 38-35, and good rebounding team, at least tonight, up 4 on the Governors.
Well, I think Coach Harris has done a good job of acquiring talent. There's some guys that are playing minutes for them as like the 8th and 9th guy who used to be starters. So they've brought in some players like their point guard Williford, McFarland, number 15, who can really score it. Kitchen off the bench. They're a much more talented team than we've seen the last couple years. So it's going to be a great test for us. It's important we get back tonight to the hotel, get some rest, and then start our preparation for Saturday night.
All right, man. Congratulations on the win. We'll see you on the bus.
Okay, Neil. Thank you. Thanks, Kenny.